Hey, Paul,
Hey, dude,
are you ready for this Innovation Summit?
I'm really excited to see this go, man. Let's do it.
This would be great. And I think you're actually the best person to do with this. This is Paul Bunje, Dr. Paul Bunje. Dr. Paul Bunje is the co founder of Conservation X Labs, and he did a few things even before that. He was chief scientist at X Prize, he worked on climate at UCLA, and most importantly, he's an evolutionary biologist.
The reason that's so important is because my good friend Alex Dehgan here, co-founder and CEO of Conservation X Labs, is also an evolutionary biologist and a lawyer, and he's lived probably 100 different amazing, interesting lives. But top of the heap, of course, is having started Conservation X Labs with me. Before this, he was the chief scientist at the U.S. Agency for International Development, putting science back in the heart of our federal government and development work. He founded the first national park in Afghanistan during the conflict there. Read all about it in his book, The Snow Leopard Project. He's done incredible things as well, but one of the things that are chief among them is always looking for ways of pushing the envelope in innovation to help protect our planet.
And the one thing I think, at least I realized was in building national parks was that merely building those national parks, even merely setting up the rules around environment and the laws around environment were insufficient if we didn't take the pressures off them. We also realized that there were some really incredible, important new tools in international development that had a place in helping us solve the problems in conservation.
And I think that's what we've realized when setting up Conservation X Labs. We recognize that as important as all of the work that happened in protecting areas and training people, all of that sort of conservation of the 20th century wasn't capitalizing on what we've got in the 21st century. We've got two amazing things. We've got technology, look at us now. We've also got the ability to reach brilliant geniuses anywhere on the planet. And if we can harness that genius in the crowd, we have a chance to solve some of the most wicked problems facing both human civilization and the planet itself. And it's those features that really animated starting Conservation X Labs.
And it is exactly that. It was your experience at X Prize, my work in helping create the Grand Challenges for Development program at USAID that led us to realize that this could be a really powerful tool for conservation. And it's not to say that conservation isn't filled with geniuses, right? There's a lot there. But the fact is, it is not enough genius that we need to actually solve these problems, that we really have to tap into planetary genius.
That's what we're looking at is that, look, these problems, if we're really honest with ourselves, they're getting worse and they're getting exponentially worse. Biodiversity loss, climate change, pollution, etc. But the problems are still not quite keeping up. They're linear in scope. And that's where capitalizing on these exponential tools, like the crowd, like technology, has really animated us. And that's what we ask ourselves. We at Conservation X Labs, we're committed to ending the sixth mass extinction, the only mass extinction caused by a single species, us. But on the flip side, we have the tools and we have the exponential tools to 10x those solutions that can get us there with wicked problems such as the artisanal and small scale mining challenge that we built this grand challenge around.
When we started this process, we started looking at, what were the grand challenges around water and biodiversity conservation. This was the task that was given to us by the Moore Foundation. And when we looked, we saw almost 100 different potential grand challenges, from thinking about wetlands to re-engineering cities, to re-engineering agriculture, to re-engineering protein itself. But artisanal scale mining really appealed to us because it was a really tough problem. And we felt that this was a place where innovation could help us make a difference. I had a chance about a year and a half ago to go down to the Amazon, to go to Madre de Dios, Peru, and go to this place called La Pampa, where 30,000 miners cleared 15,000 acres of forest in some of the most speciose habitat on Earth. 200-foot trees filled with jaguars, filled with primates, filled with unbelievable lianas, and many other species of frogs and insects that make up one of the most important biodiversity sites on our planet were cleared and turned into essentially a sandy beach and pockmarked with ponds that were contaminated with mercury.
When you look at a challenge like artisanal mining, you recognize that it both provides amazing livelihoods for many people, and it produces the resources that power our daily lives, our computers, our cars, our cell phones. These all require these kinds of minerals that are coming out of these areas, but they're leading to this kind of habitat destruction and pollution, including, like you said, mercury, the largest source of mercury pollution in the world. We needed to get at the heart of the problem. And at Conservation X Labs, we don't look at just the symptoms. Hey, how do you stop this kind of mining? Because the mining is important itself. It's producing a lot of good. But rather, what are the underlying drivers of that mining? And we built this challenge as a challenge to innovators around the world to think about what they could do to stop those drivers that are causing harm, but still providing lives and livelihoods to people that need it, and the stuff that we every day use. How is it that you can we can power the future and power our daily lives without destroying the planet? That's what you can do with the Grand Challenge.
And with an incredible team of partners, we launched this challenge. And today, we're going to hear from some really impressive speakers. Really impressive.
It's just incredible.
And we're going to have a live Q&A session between the judges and the finalists. And tomorrow, we're going to announce our winners.
So stick with us. Can't wait to have you guys enjoy absolutely everything, learn as much as we have about this, and be inspired about how these innovators and how you can help change the world.